Man pretending to be a tourist taking pictures around. Take a picture of the employee's work card when people are not paying attention, and then dragged his own photo over. A fake work permit is ready. Mix the phosphor into the reagent and mix well. First try it twice with your fingers. Draw an invisible smiley face on the desktop, usually invisible, but as soon as the fluorescent light will reveal the original. Next, dip a precious ancient coin in the fluorescent agent. Put it in a gift box as a gift to the curator of the archives. The tone of the letter pretended to be that of an anonymous suitor. The two did not suspect a thing. When the curator opened the lid, oh my god, it happened to be the missing one from his collection of ancient coins. He immediately held it in his hand and played with it. He didn't even notice that he was stained with fluorescent agent. At the same time, my companion sneaked into the computer room of the archives, opened the casing to reveal the monitoring wires, and then stuck his own line in. After fumbling for a while, he successfully found the connector. Once the small clip instantly hacked into the archive's surveillance. After all this, he went to the exhibition site and pretended to record, surreptitiously using a modified camera to fire a laser set to the heat-sensing device on the exhibit frame. Soon after, the guard noticed that the temperature of the main exhibition frame was seriously above the warning line. Immediately called the curator to report it. She ordered the burglar-proof mode to be activated. The exhibit and the frame were moved to the vault together. She then rushed over to check on them, opened the keypad and entered the code for the vault door. The fluorescent agent on her hand was left on the key. After entering the vault, after checking, she thought the heat-sensing device on the display light was broken. It needs to be placed inside the vault for repair. This process would take at least a day. The team is watching the vault from the monitor.
Our evil plan is working.
The dignitaries who came to the archives that night for the reception, they had to show their invitations to get in. The men are disguised as maintenance workers. He easily passed through security with a fake work permit. Once inside, he immediately went to the bathroom. He peeled off the outer layer of his mechanic's suit, exposing the expensive suits inside. Throw the useless clothes into the garbage. Leave only an electric screwdriver. Fix your hair. Instantly transformed into a rich and famous person. Blend into the reception without any sense of contradiction. Take advantage of the time to get close to the curator. Take his glass of wine without saying a word, and then find an excuse to leave after a few words. The man turned his head and poured out the champagne, leaving only the glass. Then he pulls out the fingerprint extractor. Take a few drops and put them on a sanitary pad. Stuff the glass with the cotton and seal it in a plastic bag. In less than 30 seconds, the fingerprints on the glass will be revealed.
How's it look?
It's working.
Unbelievable.
He put on the faux human skin cover. He finds the thumbprint on the glass. He carefully presses it in the right place. The fingerprint is successfully stamped. He came to the elevator in front of the vault. After entering the fingerprints, the elevator door opened hard. The other side of the team turned the surveillance into a still picture, waiting for him to walk out of the elevator. But the security guard could not see anything. He comes to the vault door. He opened the keypad. There is indeed a fluorescent agent on it. He smiled with a smile of triumph. He gives a few letters to his teammates.
A-E-F-G-L-O-R-V-Y.
Anagrams being listed. Okay. Top results. A glove fry, a very golf, Alpha Ray.
It's Valley Forge.
Valley Forge. I don't have that on my computer.
It's Valley Forge. Press the email twice.
Enter the guest password. Oh boy. The vault door was opened with a bang. Once inside, he says hello to the monitor. Lift the flannel. The following is clearly the National Treasure Declaration of Independence. Then use the electric screwdriver to remove the screws on the display frame. But at that moment, the surveillance suddenly failed. Teammates cannot see anything. It turns out that at the same time as the two men acted, another group of thieves had infiltrated through the sewers. The purpose is also for the Declaration of Independence to come. But this group's method is simple and brutal. Open doors when they come across them. They smashed the walls. When they were close to the vault, they cut off all the surveillance feeds. His teammates told him to leave immediately, but he made a bold decision. Take the whole frame away to the elevator before dismantling. However, the elevator is not yet here. It's over. The two groups collided with each other. The other side did not say anything. They drew their guns and shot. Fortunately, the glass is bulletproof. He used the frame to protect himself and ducked into the elevator.
Shooting.
He's got a bloody map.
The man who escaped death. He removes the last few screws in the elevator. He pulled out the Declaration of Independence, rolled it into a long strip and stuffed it into a plastic bag. Waiting for the elevator to return to the first floor, he hurriedly avoided everyone's attention. Just as he was about to leave, he almost bumped into the curator. He hastily hid in a creative store. After the curator passed by.
Are you trying to steal that? It's $35.
In the end, he had to buy this real piece for $35. To buy the real thing, which could not be bought for $10 billion. He quietly escaped again, but the curator who came back just in time to see the back is a problem at first glance. Without saying a word, he went after him. At that moment, his teammate was outside to meet him. Seeing the man out, he immediately started the car, but the next moment the curator followed him, aggressively towards the man.
Hey,
Oh, it's you.
He was too late to get in the car. He had to stop and deal with.
what's that?
Souvenir.
Really?
Stop chatting and get in the van.
At that moment, the staff upstairs discovered the theft of the exhibit. They ordered the building to be locked down. The curator heard the alarm. He was suspicious. The two brothers had 2 heads and 4 heads. Oh my god, you did not. He turned around and called the guards loudly. He grabbed the Declaration of Independence. The man saw the situation and had to run first.
Go! Let's let her go! We can't! Go!
This scene was seen by another group of robbers. They didn't wait for the curator to return to the building. Immediately drove over and grabbed what she had. But when they opened it on the way, smiles instantly freeze. This is actually a $35 replica, and the real thing was taken away by a man long ago. After all, the clown was himself.